Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and let's talk about Gorr, the God Butcher, because Gorr, the God Butcher, was fully revealed in the Thor Love and Thunder trailer, and it looks like a hot mess. It really does look like a hot mess, and of course you have your MCU stands talking about, oh my God, this is amazing. I barely could recognize that it was Christian Bale, and I'm looking like, what are you talking about? You can tell it's Christian Bale. All he does is have on white makeup and wear a robe. And another thing, isn't Christian Bale supposed to be one of those what they call those kind of actors, the ones that always take their role method acting. Well, if that's the case, Gorr got muscle. You're smaller than you were in Batman. So I don't know what to tell you because your arms need to be massive. They should have used that CGI like they used on Natalie Portman's arms and actually put it on Christian Bale, and that sword looks so lame. Everything about it looks lame, and then there are people who are memeing it, talking about he looked like Uncle Fester, he looked like Voldemort returned, but with a nose finally. And you're just like, what is this, Marvel? Like, you're $1 billion studio. Gorr is literally an alien who has the ability to kill gods. And you mean tell me that that's all we get? That's all you guys decided to do? Ooh, we put a little squiggly lines on Christian Bale's face, and his mouth is black on the inside, and he wears a white robe, and he has a long sword, or what do you call it? A broadsword, right? And that's it. That's it. I'm just kind of confused. There is hardly any black in there. There's no tentacles. There's no tendrils. He doesn't look like he's been through a lot of stuff. He literally looks humanoid, and that's not what we need to see for Gorr. Gorr shouldn't be, alien-like. If you had the nerve to do, if Taika Waititi can put himself as the goddamn rock monster in Thor Ragnarok, then I'm quite sure you could have easily made a better design than that. Like, could you imagine if Thanos just looked like Josh Brolin and that's it? If you really want the character to be unrecognizable, because there are some people talking about, oh my God, he looks so menacing, he looks so unrecognizable, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? He looks like Christian Bale. This is the time where you literally should have put on a camera on his face and put some little dots and stuff like that on him, and call it, and literally had him film his scenes, and then CGI'd over him, because that's the time where you really needed to do it. And I know some people are like, oh, it's not realistic. Well, technically it's a fantasy world. I'm about tired of y'all asses always talking about, when it comes to comic book stuff, well, it's not realistic or whatever. We're not talking about realistic, you moronic buffoons. We're literally in a fantasy world. We're in a world of fiction where anything can happen, where aliens exist, where gods exist. And you over here talking about it's not realistic. What? Who cares if it's not realistic? That's not the point. That's not the point. The point of the matter is to make the characters look like how they're supposed to be looked, how they're supposed to be drawn. This is part of Thor God of Thunder, the God Bomb series. It was written by Jason Aaron, and it's a good story, but I'm just kind of confused on what y'all trying to do. Thor's finding himself for the 500 millionth time. Jane Foster's all of a sudden Thor, and you got Gorr looking like who did it, what for, and why not. That's the problem that I'm more confused about. He has the Necro Sword, and Necro Sword is an ascension of Null, and Null is the god of the symbiotes, or the what would you call, how you say it, the Clintarians. The Clintarians, who are, that's the real name of the symbiotes that Venom and them come from. And the Necro Sword gives Gorr his powers. So it's kind of weird that we just pretend like, oh, hey, who cares, right? you know what I mean? Like, Why should we even care about this character? And that's another thing. It's always the you got people that always want to try to justify it, and it's just like, no, let's not justify it. Why can't you just do what's already on page? You can't keep using the excuse, oh, it doesn't work. But then my thing is, people who will say that are the same ones who will like cosplayers when they cosplay as the character accurately from the comic books and be like, oh my god, this is so amazing. What? You just say that it was stupid to do it in the movies, but it's not stupid to do it cosplaying wise? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. All it shows is that half of y'all don't even read the damn book. Um Gorr doesn't. Gorr has a sword, the all black Necro Sword, and it gives him the ability to like construct matter manipulation. So he's allowed to use the sword and wield it to any shape or form he needs to, and even what he even get to create. It's like a black abyss of things. Like he can create wings, weapon, armor, and cloak, and that's what it should have been. And I doubt that that's what they're gonna do. They're just gonna have a regular sword. So we already know it's not gonna do anything. It gives him super strength, superhuman durability, super speed, super reflex, longevity, regeneration, and he loves torturing people. I don't know if they're gonna have him torture. Please have him torture Valkyrie. I want that bitch dead and gone. I want you to gut her like a fish, please, Gorr. Please. um, and then of course, the greatest weapon that he has is the God Bomb, and it's anti-divinity armament designed to affect all time, thus allowing him to kill every god who had or ever would exist. So that's something cool, but I doubt they're going to do that because again, if you look at Gorr, Gorr doesn't look like Gorr. Gorr looks like Christian Bale with white paint on, and he's a monk, and that's great and all, but don't call him Gorr then. Don't have him use the abilities of Gorr. Call him something else for all I care. But if you're not even going to put the time and effort into Gorr, then what's the point? Like, can you guys please, for once, just actually do the characters how they're supposed to do, especially when it comes to villains or alien creatures? Y'all get lazy with alien creatures all the damn time, and then wonder why fans get upset because it looks like trash. It looks like trash. That at the end of the day, it looks like trash. It looks lazy. You're a multi-billion-dollar company, and you mean tell me you can't design Gorr how he was designed in the comic books? But I forgot, you got people who work on these movies who don't even know anything about the comic books except for they see the character. No, they have a list of the characters that they can and can't use, and they probably go down a list and be like, I want to use this character, I want to use this character, and then of course somebody will be like, well, in the comic books, no, we're not going to talk about the comic books. We're going to ignore the comic books and we're going to do our own thing, and it looks like this, and of course people are going to go see it. We already know. Ain't nobody saying that nobody should go and watch the movie. I'm not saying that. I don't care if you go and see the movie. Would I prefer you go and see the movie? Hell no. I don't think you need to go and see the movie. The movie, they don't deserve your money. That's how I feel. They don't deserve our money, you know. But to sit up there and call it Gorr and then talk about how menacing he looks, how amazing he looks. First off, Christian Bale looks skinny as hell. He looks like he haven't been eating in a long time. He looks sick as hell. Um, all they did was put white paint on him and a white robe on him, and it's kind of funny because they were trying to protect his look or whatever. And I'm just like, what are you trying to protect? It's literally Christian Bale painted white and wearing a robe. Now, if he was looking like Gorr, what Gorr looks like in the comic books, sure. But he doesn't. He looks like Christian Bale with a little bit of prosthetic makeup on and a white robe. And that's it. And that's the sad thing. And of course, some people are like, just wait until the movie. No, ain't nobody got to damn wait until the damn movie to go in. The trailer was supposed to show the damn character. They showed us the character. It doesn't look good. Even the leak action figure doesn't look good. So it's not like they have it'd be different if it was like there's a Gorr and then there's a Gorr evolution of him becoming the Gorr that we're supposed to. And I'm about tired. I done told y'all, I'm about tired of y'all trying to wait until the last minute. And then it was because, it reminds me of the Batman thing. Because a lot of people were talking about, wait until the end of the movie close to the end of the movie, Batman will get a new costume. Robert Pattinson will get a new costume. Just wait, him and Catwoman will finally officially get their costumes towards the movie end, and then they didn't. So again, this is what you show me. This is what I have to go off on. And as a fan of these characters and the property, they're ugly. They're ugly. Put your best foot forward. Stop trying to hide things or whatever. Because what you hiding for the normies? Us comic book readers, we don't read it. Not all of us have read the comic books, but a lot of us comic book readers have read these comic book characters, seen these comic book characters. Who cares? All you're doing is showing what the character should look like in a movie. That's it. That's it. I done told y'all about that trying to hide shit nonsense. No, show the do photo shoots of the characters in their official costume, and I'm talking about their final costume, not what you want them to, not what they're going to look like before they become the final character. No, show them what they're supposed to look like, and that's it. Stop with the nonsense. Stop trying to hide it. Just do it. You have the ability, you have the money to do it, and yet you choose not to. You choose not to. And the design is simple. The design is literally simple. You could have easily put Christian Bale in a suit that already looked like that if you really wanted to. Or you could have CGI'd him. And I would have preferred you actually CGI-ing him. But I don't know. That CGI is, ooh, boy. But anyway, Gorr the God Butcher is supposed to be a menace to all gods of all realms. And I wasn't getting menacing. I was getting like, damn, can you eat a sandwich? Oh, look, Lord Voldemort returned, but instead of a wand, he returned with a sword. And it looked like Uncle Fester finally lost that weight. That's about it. But it is what it is. I mean, hey, Gorr, the God Butcher, are you guys excited for Christian Bale's take on Gorr? Are you excited by the look that Marvel gave him instead of giving him his comic book looks? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.